What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. And we starting a new series here with the Miami Marlins franchise on MLB The Show 25. Was going to do the White Sox as a White Sox fan. I figured I'd be too biased. So I like the Marlins. I always liked Hanley Ramirez growing up, Dontrell Willis. Mike Cameron made his way from the White Sox to the Marlins. Jose Reyes, Mark Burley, another guy, White Sox to the Marlins. I found myself liking a lot of Marlins players growing up. They have had a rough team the last few years, and I'm hoping that maybe, just maybe, we can get them back into the early 2000s dynasty that they were here in the 2025 season and beyond. This will be just kind of previewing the team. I say gameplay will be the next episode. I want to give at least a little in depth. I don't know their team the best because they haven't been very good. I know some of them just from fantasy relevance, but that's what we're here for today. They rank 28th in the league right now, 23rd in contact, 28th in power, which is why I did go ahead and make a move. 22nd in pitching, 16th in defense, and second in speed. Does this? Yes, it does. So, trades. We traded Braxton Garrett and Anthony Bender to the Reds for was a left fielder. I moved into first base. They have loaded infield, loaded outfield. He struggled with injury. He took a step back last year. He was fairly easy to acquire. Spencer Steer. And I did get starting pitching prospect Connor Phillips. And I might try to turn him into my closer of the future and bring him up maybe around the All Star break this year. Because he is 23. He's a little on the older side for a prospect. But I want to be able to bring him up and have him develop. That is the only move I made. There might be more moves along the way. But, let me go through the lineup and then we'll take a peek at depth chart. Leading off, he did move back to second base in real life for them. Xavier Edwards, his defense is atrocious. So, that's always fun. But, high average guy, 328. Not a lot of pop. 70 games. He doesn't hit a lot of extra bases. But we just need someone to get on base at 330 average, near 400 on base percentage. That's what we got the guys behind him for. Against righties, we will have Jesus Sanchez hitting in the two hole. I think there is some untapped potential there. 250 hitter the last couple of years. I think he can hit more than 20 home runs in a season. He's been pretty good this year. And then breakout behind the plate, Agustin Ramirez. Joe Mack might be, oh man, I haven't done these yet. Joe Mack might be catcher of the future, just better defensive background. But, Ramirez isn't bad. Going to DH Kyle Stowers. With him being on the older side, former first round pick hasn't, really broken. We're going to give him a chance. We're going to start him off early. He's also been good this year. I think he's got like 10 home runs, 30 something RBIs right now. Not a bad defender, but I have better defenders, at least in my opinion. Better defender. He's got a better arm, but in left field, I can live with it. Then in right field, cannon of an arm. We got Dane Myers, who has been very good for them this season. Came up last year a little bit, hit pretty well. I say he struggled with injury like this year, so I think they might have just gotten him back. I'm not sure. First base against righties. I know I said I got Spencer Steer, but I'm gonna go Matt Mervis because he hits the ball hard. That's what is important. We got him here for 3 years. I have went ahead and did most contract extensions in the preseason, spring training, whatever. And I want to see at least, at first here, I want to see what he can do. He can't field for nothing, but he can play first base. Never mind. All right, problem solved. Kyle Stowers is playing first base. Matt Murphy is DHing. Third base for now, Connor Norby. He seems to be good. I feel like every time I sim, he doesn't do very good. We did move. I'm stuck between first and third with Davidson De Los Santos, one of their top prospects. I did move him back to third. I like him better as a prospect. I feel like he's a much better hitter. And with him being 3 years younger and only four overalls behind, mid-season, I might try to make a big trade depending on how our team looks. Center field, I'm going to have Victor Mesa Jr. hitting against righties. I might have him against lefties too. I'm not going to lie. I might have to move it around. And then shortstop, we got Mr. Otto Lopez. Very good defender. decent speed. If he can get on base, honestly, if he can just repeat that season with just more games, maybe get in double-digit home runs, I could probably live with that. Then his lefties, I think the only change is I put in Spencer Steer, and then Otto Lopez. I'm actually gonna have him drop to the 8 hole and move Dane Myers up to the 6. So not horrible. Like I said, Spencer Steer on the bench. We got Liam Hicks, Rule 5 pick. I haven't seen much of him this year, so I'm not really sure. Javier Sonoya looked like he was breaking out. He's still a 69, so I'm going to give the start right now to Edwards and Lopez just because they're farther along development. Ronnie Simon, I think has played some games with them. Man, got a lot of small infielders. Fast, switch hitter, play the infield. I figured it'd be decent enough to have. I could have went a couple of different routes, but I went ahead with Ronnie Simon just because he's fast and can play most of the infield. Derek Hill as like my fifth outfielder. Hits lefties well, doesn't hit righties at all. Fast, good fielder. Figured, and if he can regain, he's never really played a lot of games. Maybe we'll give him some games and see if he can break out. And then, like I said, De Los Santos over to the rotation. I am gonna have injuries are turned off. So Yuri is healthy, mostly just because I want to see if records can be broken. That is kind of where I'm at with most of it. So yeah, Yuri Perez is going to be our 1. Sandy, who is struggling this year, kind of generous with this rating. Not gonna lie. Max Meyer at 3. I did get this roster. I forget who uploaded it now. I'd have to honestly go in and look. I'm not sure. Edward Cabrera, who, man, has shown dominant flashes, and then just showing flashes where he just looks lost. So hopefully we can get him rolling here and turn him around a little bit. And then Ryan Weathers, honestly, I feel like he's had a decent season for what is for us a 5-starter. For right now, Cal Quantrill is our long reliever. Hopefully we can get him back to this form right here. That would be very nice. I say, and at 30 would probably be a trade piece at the deadline if he can take a big step. So we're trading our closer. This is a problem I'm running into. I'm probably going to have to call somebody up. And I'm stuck between Jesus Tinoco, Ronnie Henriquez, and Andrew Nardi, who I'll probably send Ronnie Simon down for a pitcher. With him being our only lefty, I don't want to move him into the closer spot. And also, I re-signed Sixto Sanchez out of free agency, made him a reliever, and hopefully we can figure something out with him. You know what? Just for the power arm aspect, we're moving Sixto in there. Lefty. I don't have any lefties. That's cool. Love that for us. So he's righty too. I also signed Huascar Yanoa out of free agency. Hasn't, man, got hurt. I say he punched the bench. He did something goofy. Oh, and we don't have any open spots on our roster. You know what? You are a 27-year-old 60 overall. I hate to do this to you. Man, you got a big contract. You're seeing it firsthand. I'm getting a lefty. Is it really going to be Jake Diekman? It ain't nobody. You throw slow. Is it really? I don't like that pitch mix, but I'm about to make it. I don't know why I just clicked on him. Why didn't he have B potential? None of these make sense. Oh, I thought he's a lefty. Joel, D potential. What are you? You know what? We're giving Jake. Hold on. I can just move a starter. Who is this? So maybe with this roster, it's different free agents? Because I feel like some people are gone, and then some are just completely different people. I should have gotten. All right, so we're gonna pick up Diekman for 1 year, and we're just gonna up the contract. I don't like that move. I'm not even gonna lie. 40 man, call him up, and then send Ronnie Simon down. Call it go to AAA, send Cerna down to AA, and then we're gonna send Vargas to single A. Oh, that's man. I thought they were missing the top prospect. I'm not gonna lie. He's at third base. Oh, I meant to put him on C potential too. Because I mean, he's 20. He's one of their top prospects, and they gave him D potential. All right, let's get into the roster a little bit. Like I said, Dane Myers. We got Griffin Conine, probably gonna be a trade piece. He got a cannon too. All right, but the outfield's loaded. And then I have a lot of right fielders that could get playing time, and honestly, center fielders and my one left fielder. Uh, Other than that, we have in terms of top prospects, I want to say Kemp Alderman. He is I want to say, let me find it. He is number 10 on their top prospect list. Okay. So he must be raking then. 6'2", 250. I feel like those hitting stats aren't doing him justice then. I'll go look at his stats for the year and kind of adjust accordingly. Then we got Dylan Head, who I think came over from the Padres in the Luis Arias trade. Good outfielder, just fast, decent hitter, and power obviously coming behind. I assume in real life as he fills out, he'll get stronger. Albert Almora, former top prospect, and honestly he was a good average hitter, but I might try and see if we can get something out of him. Probably not. Shane Sasaki, Andres Valor, their number 17 prospect, had to make him actually because they didn't have him and one of their other top prospects who I thought was very intriguing. Yeah, he looks like he's pretty good. I kind of just went off of like what his stats and like how they graded him. That's what I had to do for both of them. Signed Bubba Thompson just because, honestly, fast outfielder, fills out some depth. I have 10 center fielders. One of these is probably going to move to left. Left field, we have Kyle Stowers, good hitter. I think he will do very well for us. Roberto Hernandez, Nathan Martorella, and then PJ Morlando, 2024 first round pick. Former catcher, I think, when they drafted him. Then now they pretty well moved him to outfield full time, it looks like. So I think that'll be good for us since we have a pretty decent pick at catcher. We have Orlando, he'll be good. He's only 19, so he's got a lot of room to grow. Shortstop, right now we have Otto Lopez, basically holding the spot for number 2 prospect in their system, Starlin Caba, I'm not sure. Small dude, switch hitter. I think I saw like Francisco Lindor comp, so I mean that's pretty good comp. Ronnie Simon, not on their top 30. But I mean, like you saw, he was originally with the big league club. I mean, just kind of fills some depth. Older prospect, so hopefully we can figure something out with him. Jared Cerna and Maximo Acosta. Cerna is 14, Acosta is 18. Older prospects, fills decent depth. Maybe they break out, maybe they don't. Connor Norby is, I think, exceeded his prospect Yep, over 150 ABs. I think he could be solid, maybe, or at least a good trade piece if I don't feel like he's performing. Davison De Los Santos, I want to say in the Zach Gallen trade. That, but that also doesn't sound right. No, the AJ Puck trade. Yeah, because last year. Yeah, I think he is an advanced hitter. Definitely bigger than 185. I don't know who put that for him. He's definitely. I feel like he's bigger than 185. Probably in the low 200s. Wagaman, Graham Pauley came over. Luis Arias trade. I know from the Padres. May no, I'm not sure. No, reliever. I forgot. But more organizational depth, basically. Kedri Vargas is one of their number 16. So probably give him like C potential, just because he's still 20, young. Carter Johnson, their number 9, undrafted. What? Out of Alabama? Oh, he was their second round pick last year. I don't know because I didn't make him. Usually, I mean, they will mess up some of the draft spots for some. Usually, a lot of them look right, but then you'll have like 18-year-olds out of like the Dominican who says drafted in the third round in 2018. So, when they were in the fourth, fifth grade. Yeah, Carter Johnson looks good. Moved him to third. I had a lot of shortstop prospects. I moved a lot of them to second and third. Like our other one, Andrew Salas, who is their number 5 prospect right now. Moved him to second just because his defensive profile looked like he'd fit better at second base. Just with the good reaction, kind of low fielding, shaky arm, decent enough speed. Another switch hitter. So if we can have him and Kaba hit, we're gonna be pretty good for years to come. I feel like I always see Yudi Kappa. I don't know how to say his name, but I feel like I always see his name. So like, keep an eye out for him. I already went over him. Sheriff Namor. The Bahamas. Nice. Yeah, that was a very interesting name. Sonoya. I'd have to look up his stats. Man, a lot of small infielders. But he hit the ball well. At least when he first came up. I haven't kept track of him lately. Edwards, if he's making a bunch of errors and isn't hitting like at least 320 consistently and stealing bags, might have to look to move him, honestly. I mean, former first round pick of the Rays, they had 8 million middle infield prospects, in the early 2000s. I was about to say 2000s, early 2020s. But I mean, he's getting a chance to hit here. And I mean, I'm going to give him a long leash. He's our leadoff guy. He's got to produce, though. First base, we already talked about Spencer Steer, Matt Mervis. Former first round pick Jacob Berry, I think has still got a lot that he can do. Is no longer on their top 30. Okay. But I mean, he was a first round pick, not a super high overall for a 23-year-old. But I think he's still got a lot left to show. And then is Jay Bashir's in their top 30? I feel like I may have saw his name. Maybe not. I did not. I'm also seeing a couple names that I didn't see beforehand. I was tired. It happens. Already talked about Ramirez. Joe Mack. He's 22 already. A year behind. Different potential level. 6 overall difference. I mean, if he tears up AAA, I'll call him up and he can be no, because I got to keep him on on the MLB roster all season. I had to look and see where they got him from because I don't remember. Because if he does well, I want him to win ball games. Like I want to make our team good quickly. I think I moved. Yeah, I moved Sanchez to closer. So you know what? We're gonna go ahead and do that firsthand. I don't know why they make him look so big. Oh, he actually goes up 2 overall. It's nice. So I can definitely live with that. Relievers. I mean, you see most of them. I don't have like George Soriano. I think he can be decent. Throws hard. Good. Good bullpen arm. Connor Gillespie. I've seen gets a lot of innings for them, but he does not throw hard. And for this game, you need to throw hard. Ooh, came from Cleveland. Another pitching factory. Might have to look into that. Connor Phillips, maybe we move him back to starter. I don't know. He, ooh, didn't come back at all last year. Okay. I don't know. We'll figure it out with him. He's still young. We got time. We got Carson Milbrandt, who is number 24 on their top 30. Honestly, probably does fit better as a bullpen arm. Not heard about that one. This guy. Oh, 2023 drafty. Doesn't throw super hard, but apparently is a reliever for them, so I'm here for it. And our top five: Perez, Alcantara, Meyer, Cabrera, and Weathers. You ask her, would like to see him find. I guess this form is his best one, which isn't great, but it's not horrible. Like he could pitch himself into bullpen innings like early in the season. Like just leave him as a starter and then mix and match whoever doesn't make it. Belozo, Valente, Belozo. I'm not sure. Looks not horrible, honestly. Could be a back into the rotation arm. You got Quantrill, you got Robbie Snelling, second rounder 2022. I mean, decent prospect. 21, he's 66. Like him to be a little bit higher. But then we got our two big ones. Noblemeyer, first rounder 2023. Thomas White, first rounder 2023. These are the two arms that I'm looking to. I mean, honestly, once he gets older, I mean, who knows what his regression is going to look like? If it's like real life, it's going to be rough. I'd like this version of Sandy instead of this version of Sandy. Because, yeah, he used to be just punching people out and then just doesn't really anymore. I need Cy Young Sandy or All Star. No, it's not as good as these. But yeah, hopefully he can progress and just get back to form. And then Ryan Weathers and Edward Cabrera, the two back end guys. Because I mean, I got a righty and a lefty, both of them big, lanky dudes, throws hard, gets people out. Dax Fulton isn't a bad one. Grant Shepardson is, I want to say, back end of number 27 on their rankings. Throws two changeups. We might have to talk to him. They got Freddie Tarnick down here, former top prospect, 2020, 2017. There we go. Number round 3, not number. Hasn't really got a lot of big league innings. Who knows? And this is a guy I was talking about, Kevin DeFrank. He is right now. He's their number 23 prospect. I did the best I could with what he looks like. He looks young, so like this one, I might have to mess with his face can if I really, really just want it to look accurate. But dude is 16. Like won't turn 17 until August. But I couldn't make it go lower. So after the season, after the first 2 seasons, I'm gonna have to reset it so it's where it should be. I gave him a 50 overall. I feel like that was about right. But I mean, it looks like dude is just going to be electric. Like already throws in the mid 90s at 16. I mean, he's 6'5", about 200, 205. So I mean, he's gonna fill out and probably he'll probably finish around 215, 220, maybe bigger. Who knows? Dude's gonna be cruising upper 90s, and we might look into that as we go forward. Like once he fills out, once he gets older, maybe it's an uptick in velocity. But that's just we'll wait and see. And with overall and potential, So how I'm gonna do it, like going through the year, like years on here. If say, hmm, looks weird. Was Mervis over there? Say Jesus Sanchez hits 30 home runs this year, like just completely shatters his old personal best. Maybe we give him a few attribute boost in some of his hitting stats that didn't get boosted up as they should have. Or Yuri, no, we'll go Max Meyer. There we go. He's a little bit lower. Say Max Meyer goes and gets 15 wins and sits in like the low three ERAs or has a lot of strikeouts. Like we'll kind of bump those as could be. Or say who's got a not what's your potential? Say like someone jumps up a lot, like some like younger guys, like let's go really far forward. Like say De Los Santos has a phenomenal year and it looks like he's gonna be good. Maybe we bump his potential up to an A. Or like the bullpen guys, like they sit, in the ones or twos for ERA all year. Maybe he gets his potential bumped up to a B. Or gets his bumped up to a B. Just like something like that, just to kind of keep it interesting and like really push some of the guys to get better, and guys that don't get as big of upgrade boost, like maybe that's how we progress them a little bit more, so our team isn't as lacking. And I mean, I look around the league at the end of the year, and like if it looks like someone should have upgraded a lot more than what they did, we will reward them. It won't be a lot of downgrades because the progression regression system this year is kind of wonky, but we'll get there. It'll be fun. I mean, that's all this is meant to be, is just to be fun. But hopefully y'all enjoy it. Check out college football on the channel. Check out 2K on the channel. Uh, College football is coming out next month, so that should be fun. I'm really excited. Would like to get through a couple more seasons, hopefully, of our Carotech Pharaohs before it's all said and done. That being said, like the video, sub to the channel. Leave a comment down below if there's a player you think I should try and go get. Obviously, realistic, we're not going to be able to go get Mike Trout. But we could get maybe a Luis Robert, change the scenery. Who knows? But obviously, that's as a White Sox fan, I just want him on my team. But if y'all enjoyed it, leave a like, sub to the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. Let's grow the channel as much as we can in 2025 before we get to college football 26. Now let's just have fun. I'm going to catch y'all later. Y'all have a blessed day. I'm up out of here. Peace.